So this is the Maimer Parshas Nosli, the first Maimer on the Parsha. What we discussed yesterday, we started this in the middle of the Shir, is the Alter Rebbe opens up with a question, and the question is, this Maimer really, the beginning of this week's Parsha comes in continuation to the end of last week's Parsha. At the end of last week's Parsha, Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu to count Kahas, which is one of the families of Levim. And this week's Parsha, he starts off, you should also count Bnei Gershon. Gamheim, also count them. Now, Alter Rebbe asked, it sounds like Gershon is secondary. Like, oh, also count them, by the way. So, what's going on with that? And then another question we said, which we're going to get to the end of the Maimer, is why does it say by Gershon that they would do their Avodah according to Aaron and his sons? And it doesn't say that about the other families. So we said, in order to understand this, we have to understand B'chalal, what was the whole idea of the Yidden traveling through the desert with the Mishkan, and all the Kalim of the Mishkan? Because again, this is what the Levims, their Avodah was to carry the different parts of the Mishkan. So what does that B'chalal represent? And what we said is Midbar represents Lumaz, the Klipa. And one of the reasons for that is because, and we see this in the fact that a Midbar isn't Mashpia. A Midbar doesn't even give a life for grass to grow, for anything to grow. And that's Klipa. Klipa doesn't give. Klipa is all about, I need everything, whatever I have I need, and whatever everyone else has I also need. Kedusha is all about giving. We said Hashem is the tzaddik, tzedakah, Hashem gives, mashpia. Kedusha has a tnu of bittul, and therefore everybody else deserves more than I deserve, and therefore in Kedusha, everything's giving. It's all about giving. And that's also, so we said that's why in the Midbar you also have snakes and scorpions and seraphim, which they represent the Gimel Klippos Tmeis. And the whole purpose of the Yidden traveling, and they traveled 42 travelings, was exactly this, because 42 is the Shem Mab, and Shem Mab is a whole Indian over there, which has a amount of words, and on Bekoyach is the idea of where you want to elevate. When a person wants to go elevate himself, he uses the Shem Mab as the name for elevation. And that's why in Erev Shabbos, before Kabbalah Shabbos, we want to lift up. At night, in the Kriya Shema, we say the on Bekoyach, which represents his name. And then we started explaining, okay, so how did it work? How did the Yidden traveling through the desert break this klipa? We said, because the Mishkan was godliness, was Kedusha. The Yidden going with the Mishkan, they were just bringing Kedusha throughout the Midbar. They were just bringing light to the place of darkness. And that broke automatically the klipa. That broke the klipa, and this was a preparation for Yemaisa Mashiach. In Yemaisa Mashiach, what's going to be revealed? We said in Yemaisa Mashiach, what's going to be revealed is the true reality of the world, which the true reality of the world is that the only real existence is the Eibishter. And we said we gave an example, so we're holding of a mashal of a person, speech. Right? A person needs to think. In order for me to work with myself and cooperate with myself, I need to think. I think is how I interact with myself, is through my thoughts, through my emotions. Speech, I don't need speech. A person for himself doesn't need speech. Speech is only if I want to tell something, to connect to something outside of me, someone outside of me, so then I have the power of speech to connect something outside of me. But for myself, I don't need speech. The speech doesn't change me, it doesn't take anything away from me, speech is for the person himself, the speech is insignificant. It's only for connecting something outside of you. And the same thing is with the Eibishter. The Eibishter, it created everything. We know, as we've discussed at length in the previous Maimer of Birchas Kohanim, that, right, Hashem creates the world with words, with speech. Ve'achta es, we said the es, aleph through taf, those are the letters which create everything. Everything was created from the Asara Amaris, and the Asaris, and really the source of the Asara Amaris is the Maimer Echad. Everything is created with speech. So that means the whole existence of the world is speech. Speech compared to the Eibishter, just like by person. What's your speech compared to who you are? Nothing. Before you say something, after you say something, how much does it change you? It doesn't change you. It doesn't make a difference really to you. This also, I guess another way of explaining this is, it's not that we don't exist at all. Just in front of the Eibishter, we're not Taifas Makim. Yeah, if you have an Iker and a Tafel. Okay, if a person wants to... If you have a mix, just a halachic example. If I have a mix of two foods, and one's Iker and one's Tafel, I make a bracha on which one? I make a bracha on the Iker. Because the tafel is like, I don't see the tafel. I don't see the secondary object here. If I have something, if I have the ikr, then what I look at is the ikr, and that's what I make the bracha on. And the same thing, that's how it works, okay? So the same thing is regarding the situation the world's in. The Eibishter is the ultimate true existence, the ikr existence. So the Eibishter speaks and creates a world, but we're such a tafel, and compared to the Eibishter, our existence is so insignificant and so non-substantial compared to the existence of the Eibishter himself. So it's as if we don't exist. And if you could see the ikr, if you see the Eibishter, then us, we're not teifus anymore. And that's the gilui which we're gonna have when we make Mashiach. Yeah, the gilui makes Mashiach is not going to be that we're going to see the world the way it was originally before the Chetei Tzadas, like the Rambam or the Ramban discusses what the world's going to look like in Mashiach. Chassidus explains the world's going to look like Yemei Mashiach the way it was before it was created. It's a whole new level. The world's going to look like the way it was originally, which was all we saw was Eibishter. That was the only which existed. And that's what we're going to see in Yemei Mashiach. And that's this Gilui and in order to get this Gilui, we have to first do the Midbar, which again, we're obviously going to discuss what this Avodah of the Midbar is for us today. Each and every one of us has this Avodah, is a chana to bring this revelation of Mashiach. So as you see, the line which starts al derech mashal. Okay. Al derech mashal hadibur ba'adam shu batel v'tafel agabe hamachshava v'bilti teifes makim klalu klal. So just like by a person, the dibur is batel to his machshava. Only for somebody outside who's hearing the speech doesn't teifes makim, but for the person speaking, this dibur is nothing compared to him, like we just explained. So the same thing applies with the Eibishter. So the words which Hashem used us of the Asar Mamar is to create everything from yesh to ayin. Heim b'chinas yesh. So for us, we're the ones outside the Eibishter. We're the one outside the person. We're hearing the words. The words are teifes makim. So as an outsider, when we see the words, they teifes makim for us. But regarding the one speaking, regarding the Eibishter himself, they're batel as if they're non-existent. We see the Isis. Whereas an outsider, we see the Isis, and we see what the Isis are creating the world. So the world looks like it has a real mitzias to it. But if you're looking from the Eibishter's point of view, when the one speaking, the words don't cover over, they don't conceal on the essence of the Eibishter. The words don't conceal, your words don't conceal over your machshava. They don't conceal over who you are. They don't conceal over you. From someone on the outside, that's all he sees. Someone on the outside, all he sees is your dibur. So he thinks the dibur is everything you are, and this is everything you're thinking, this is what you're made up of. But from the speaker, from the Eibishter, it's not like that. When it's going to be revealed, the Eibishter is going to be revealed, meaning we're going to see the world from the eyes of the Eibishter, so to speak. We're not going to be an outsider anymore. Hashem is going to reveal to us His etzim mitzias, and we're going to be able to see kiviyachol the machshav. We're going to see the Eibishter Himself. So then automatically the speech won't conceal over the etzim of the Eibishter anymore, because we're going to be the revelation of the Eibishter himself will be here. So then we're going to be like looking at the world from the Eibishter's point of view. Okay, if it's clear? Okay. And this will be revealed in this physical world. Like we know Chassidus is passing like the Ramban, that Yemei Mashiach and Tchias and Olam Haba is not neshamas without bodies, but rather neshamas in bodies in this physical world, and this with our physical eyes we're going to see this. And in order to get to that revelation, we needed to travel with the Mishkan through the Midbar to break the Klippa, and each and every one of us, as we're going to discuss, has to be a Mishkan and break our Klippa. And we're going to discuss the details of the Mishkan as well momentarily, Mirza Hashem. Okay, hine, new paragraph, second paragraph of the Maimer. V'hine ze haya idin nesiyas hamishkan b'poyel mamish. B'v'chinas oilam k'moichen hu gam achshol b'ruchnis b'chinas nefesh. We know that a person, as we've discussed at length, is a small world. So there's this idea in the world, on a global, worldly level, of the Mishkan traveling through the physical Mishkan traveling through the physical Midbar. But then we know that a person has whatever there is in the world, a person has on a personal level in B'chinas Nefesh, by us. So we have to see how in ourselves, where's this Mishkan and where's the Midbar, and how do we take the Mishkan and break the clip of the Midbar. Ki yesh b'chinas mishkan b'prat b'kol echad v'echad v'kol protein yonim sheboi hakol yesh b'nefesh adam. A person has a mishkan with all its details. As we're going to discuss, the mishkan has there's the curtains, there's the poles, there's the kalim, there's all the kalim. We have all of that in us. And this is one of the famous. There's brought a lot of chassidus, and it is brought in, but the Shalom really brings this, as we know. One of the Shalom is one of the svarim which this is based off. The Alter Rebbe writes. Sfardim and Seifrim. One of them is the Shalom. It says the following: "Iniksiv ve'asu li miktosh v'shachanti b'seicham." It's the pasuk. V'amrazal b'seichai lo nemar elo b'seicham. Right? Grammarly speaking, it should have said, "Make a mishkan for me within them, within the Jewish people, within the camp." How to say b'seicham? Within them. And this is explained. Every single yid has to make himself his nefesh a mishkan. That means there's the global, there's the oilam, there's the mishkan which exists in the world on a global level, and then there's the mishkan which exists on a nefesh level by each person. Okay, so now the Alter Rebbe is going to discuss with us, how does a person make himself a mishkan? Where's the mishkan inside me? By us being revealing elikus, right? That's what the Mishkan was. The Mishkan was a home where Hashem could reveal Himself. It was the home of elikus. It was a place where elikus was revealed. So where do I have the ability to reveal elikus in myself? This is through the avodah of the heart, which is the avodah of davening. As we know, it says in the Gemara, right, in Gemara that avodah shabalev zu tefillah. Kishayiyeh li beitar. If your heart is pure, I see some of us are by 770 right now, Bagashmias, so they're actually having the rest of us in mind. So it's a special moment over here. So yeah, it says the Eibishter created me with a pure heart. A Yid is supposed to have a pure heart. And as we're going to discuss, when your heart is batul telikos, it's pure, it's clean, it's only godly. But if your heart has other desires, then it gets schmutzig, as they say. And we want that our heart has to be for there to be a gila of alikus. As we know, it says Eina nivahu. The Eibishter says me and the klipas don't. It's either me or them. Can't have both. You can't have that your heart has a passion for Elam Hazeh, and together with that you want to have a passion for Eibishter, and the Eibishter should rest on me completely. It doesn't work that way. So, in order for us to be a mishkan, to be a resting place of elikus, we have to be totally open for only elikus. That's what that's the only thing we have to be. Our heart has to be clean from anything else. The Kamesha Kosav lay bar levov. They have to have a pure heart. The kasher levavitar mikol sig bilti lashem levade. When our heart is clean from even the smallest bit of negativity, anything which is not completely for the Eibishter, if we're clean of anything of that sort, azay nikra mishkan mishkan by gilu Hashem. Then we're a mishkan. Then we're a resting place for godliness. We are a home for the Eibishter. If we're clean of Eilam Hazeh, of other things which are opposite the Eibishter, then we are a mishkan for the Eibishter. Yeah, somebody who has clean hands and a pure heart, he is Yisa Bracha. He's the one who's mamshich bracha from the Eibishter. The pirush bracha hu amshacha. Amshacha is gila likus benafshi. Yeah, we know bracha is meloshen amshacha. If you're wondering what's the proof of bracha being a lashon amshacha, it says amavrich es hagefen. Yeah, you take the grapevine, and if you want the grapevine to grow more, you could take it and stick it in the ground, and then it regrows and it reproduces more and more. So that idea of taking the grapevine and bringing it down into the ground is a mavrich. So bracha is miloshen amshacha. That's the marker for this. So through a person having a clean heart, a pure heart, he is mamshich the bracha, he's mamshich gila likus. Okay, so to summarize this idea, in order for us to be a dwelling place, a mishkan of elik for the Eibishter, we have to be pure of anything else. Okay, so this was explaining the idea of a mishkan on a general level in a person, and this is the avodah of davening, that he purifies his heart. A person in davening, he clears his head and his mind and his heart of anything other than the Eibishter, and he's pure completely for the Eibishter. And now, where do we find in a person the travelings of the Mishkan? Right, the Mishkan traveled 42 travelings. So where do we find this by us? So this is what the Rebbe is going to discuss. So automatically, if through a person making his heart in davening pure for the Eibishter, and he brings a likus onto himself, then this automatically will get rid of the concealment of the nefesh bahamis and the world, which conceals and makes it seem like it makes it seem like the world is something separate and it has its real true existence and its own existence and not something which is brought to the Eibishter. That automatically gets pushed aside when you see the truth. When you have the outlook, not as an outsider, but you're an insider. You're the speaker. You have the look of the Eibishter. Because the nefesh is grab and gas, therefore he normally covers over likus. But if your heart is pure, then you can see with your eyes, meaning with the seichel of your eyes, you can understand. If a person comes to a level where he truly understands and truly internalizes that the only truth, that there's no real concealment of the world. Just as the Eibishter sees the world as it's not something which conceals over the Eibishter, Hashem doesn't see the world as a concealment. Same too, zakus liboy, through the purification of his heart and davening, nimshach gila likus gam v'chinas hester v'helim shaloi yastiru. This affects that the world shouldn't be a concealment, and he should see the world the same way the Eibishter sees the world. He should see the world the way it is, be'emes. Just like the Mishkan traveled in the Midbar, and that's how by traveling through the Midbar Gashmis, spreading the light of the Midbar Gashmis throughout the Midbar and breaking the Klippa. So too now we break the Klippa of the Midbar by us being a dwelling place for the Eibishter. What's the Midbar again? We said the Midbar is a place where nothing grows. Any thought, speech, or action which is not for the Eibishter automatically belongs to Klippa. And therefore it's called Eretz Lo Zarua. There's no growth from it. There's nothing positive there. And again, this is even things which aren't necessarily negative. But if it's not for the Eibishter, it's not Kedusha. Right? So it's Klippas Noiga, not Shalosh Klippas Tameis. But we want that our thought, speech, and action should be a Mishkan. It should be completely for the Eibishter. It should be holy. V'zeu asher lo yoshav adam sham. If a person in a midbar, it says regarding a midbar that lo yoshav adam sham, no man can be miyashav, can settle in the midbar. Now we know, is about to explain that Adam refers to the Eibishter. How do we know that Adam refers to the Eibishter? Pirush Adam hu mashakosav al demusa kisei demus kamare Adam chulu. Right in the Nevuah of Yecheskel, he sees that there's on the chariot there's the face of a man. And this obviously, this chariot is the Eibishter, the Kisei HaKavod. So the Eibishter is called Adam. So a midbar, a place which is Eretz Loizaru, a place which has Machshava Dibur Maisa, which is not for the Eibishter, automatically Lo Yashav Adam Sham. There's no way Eibishter can't rest there. If there's things which are not for the Eibishter there, Eibishter can't rest there. Yeah, so Dmus Akisi Dmus Kmar Adam. The Adam over there is not the Eibishter. The Lo Yashav Sham in the desert. However, Asuli Migdash. But if you make from him Migdash, if your Machshava Dibur Maisa and your heart is pure, it's for the Eibishter, then Shachanti B'Soicham Ksiv. Then Eibishter rests there. Okay, so the Midbar, if there's Machshava Dibur Maisa not for the Eibishter, Lo Yashav Adam Sham. There's no room for the Adam for the Eibishter to rest there. But if there is a Suli Migdash, if you make yourself a Migdash, a Mishgan, then Shachanti B'Soicham. Therefore we need to break this midbar. We have to break this klipa. We have to make sure that all our machshava dibur ma'aseh are for the Eibishter. We have to make sure that our heart is pure for the Eibishter. So again, and this is through bringing Lamshach Likus onto ourselves. Okay, so we discussed the idea of the Mishkan, and how the Mishkan is in Avodas Hashem, and how the Mishkan in Avodas Hashem can break the Klippa, and what the Klippa is, that's a Machshava Dibur Ma'aseh not for the Eibishter. And what Avodah specifically is it that brings the Eibishter onto ourselves, it's specifically the Avodah of Davening.